welcome to this episode. I'm really excited to bring this episode to you because I've got something really exciting to do. Now, I've written down some notes, so I'm going to refer to my notes obviously, because what I've got to do here is present to you a complete formula for this, get this, creating your info product and selling it within 60 minutes. Alright, so in this short video, I'm going to concise an entire project for you that you've got to do, and it will take you about 60 minutes to do. And that is creating your first info product and selling it right away. Imagine that, right? No need to spend hours and hours creating a product. No need to spend days and days putting up the sales page or anything like that. All you've got to do is present it, get it created, and then sell it. But you can do all of that in 60 minutes. Now here's how. Let's get into it. Step one, you got to know your niche market. All right. So step one is to know your niche market, which I hope you know by now. So I'm not going to cover a lot about that. Step two is to identify a core need, a core problem that people have. So I hope you also know that. I mean, if you've got a niche market, you should know what core problems they have. So let's say in my market, one of the problems as a music business owner, one of the problems people have is not knowing how to get gigs. So let's use that as an example, not knowing how to get gigs. And then step three is to create your info product. Now here's the info product. Let me explain how it's going to work. The info product is a week-by-week training program. Okay, so you're going to create a week-by-week training program, and every week you're going to decide whether to give information by video or by text. So let's say that I decide that we're going to create some information by text. So my topic is how to get you more gigs, because that's what people want to know. And I'm going to write down on a piece of paper all the steps required to get more gigs. And those steps I'm going to divide up into weeks. So let's say I've got 10 steps. Alright, so I've got 10 steps, or let's say I've got 12 steps for ease. But let's say I've got 12 steps that are required to be fulfilled in order to get more gigs. So now I've got a 12-step system to getting more gigs, and each week I'm going to reveal one step. So I've got a 12-step program. Now if you've got a 4-step program, you should try and delve deeper and create those 4 steps over maybe 2 months, so one every 2 weeks, because you want it to go slightly longer. So 12-week program, 3 months, 1 a week. So every single week I'm going to write up one step into a Word document. I'm going to PDF it up, and that's going to be my course. Whether it's 2 pages, 5 pages, or 20 pages, that doesn't matter. The point is I've got to get across every single thing that's regarding that step. So now my program is a week-by-week, 12-step system over 12 weeks on how to get more gigs. I've already designed the program. Now what I've got to do is create the first lesson, because I've got my framework already created. That took me about 10 minutes to do, and I've got to create my first lesson in detail. So I'm going to sit down, maybe spend 20 minutes, and write up the first lesson in as much detail as I can. Everything to do with maybe, let's say, finding the right venue as the first step. So I'm going to write that down, and everything, how to go about finding the right venue, which guides to use, which places to contact, how to speak to the venue, etc., etc., and that's step one. And let's say I've written 3 pages on my Word document of that. I'm going to PDF that up, and that's my first week done. Alright, so within 30 minutes, I've decided on my problem, I've come up with the specific issue that I want to tackle, I've created the framework, and I've written the first message. Okay, now I don't have to write week 2's message until 7 days time, because that's when it's going to be delivered. So maybe not 7 days, alright? You don't want to leave it to the deadline. So maybe in 5 days time, I'm going to make sure that I have the week 2's message completely done, step 2 done, the PDF created, but it still means I've got 5 days to go before I have to do that. So then I'm going to leave that to the side and get on to the next step, creating the sales page. I think we're on step 4 now, creating the sales page. Step 4 is about creating the sales page. So I'm going to create a page, and on that page I'm going to write all the benefits of this 12-step program. So on this 12-step program, if somebody follows it, they're going to know how to get more gigs, and by discovering these strategies of getting more gigs, they're ultimately going to get paid gigs. They're going to know how to do this regularly, and they're going to be paid money, so they're going to make money out of it. And ultimately, if they want to as musicians, they can quit their day job. So 4 key things here that I've identified as my key benefits, and I'm going to write this on my sales page. It doesn't have to be a hugely long sales page just now. Remember, we've only got 60 minutes. So maybe spend a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes again, writing up a long sales page, and you send that to your designer. You got to use a designer, right? Because you'll be spending hours and hours doing this. So send that to a designer, let them draw up a sales page for you for about $50 to $100 maybe, and then find somebody on elance.com to do that for you. Design a web page that has all your content on it with your PayPal button. They can do that all for you, so you don't have to do that for you. And at the same time as you writing the content, they'll be designing the website. So if you go to elance.com first and tell them to design the website, then give them the text as soon as you've written it, then you have this entire process set up. So hopefully within the hour, they would have come back with you with a design, your site is up and running. Maybe they might need more time, alright? So 60 minutes doesn't have to be exact, but you get the idea. So you've found the niche, you found the problem, you've created your framework, you've created the first session, or the first lesson, or the first week's training, you've designed your sales page, you've got the PayPal button, it's all live, and you're ready to sell. Because you've got everything set up, you've got the first lesson ready, right? So if somebody comes and buys right now, you can deliver the first lesson. Now, how are you delivering these lessons, by the way? You're going to deliver them using autoresponders. So if you have an Aweber account, or a MailChimp account, or an iContact account, you can set up autoresponders, messages that go out automatically. So as soon as somebody pays, you get them to join a form that says name and email address, and as soon as they put in their name and email address, they're going to immediately receive the first message. Alright, so they receive the first message immediately, which means that by receiving the first message immediately, in there is the first lesson's content, and then in 7 days' time they can automatically receive another message which you can program in, and in there you'll put in the second message. So it doesn't matter whether somebody joins today, or in 5 days' time, or in 7 days' time, or in 2 years' time. As soon as they join and pay, they'll join the form and automatically receive the lessons. And that's how you create an info product that you work for once, and it sells over and over and over and over again. But the great thing about this model here that I've just presented very quickly to you is that you don't have to create the entire product right away. All you've got to do is create the framework and create the first lesson, and then start marketing it. And if you want sales tomorrow, the quickest way to market is using Facebook advertising or pay-per-click advertising. So quickly get up some advertising there, and get people to come to your site using that. So don't spend very much. Spend $10, $15, $20 for your first day maybe. Get some people to come to your site, and if they buy, then brilliant, you have some sales. And if they don't buy and you've tried this for a few days, then maybe your marketing's not right, maybe your sales message isn't right, maybe that they don't even want the product. So think about specifically how you can test this without having to put a huge amount of work in. I mean, if you had half an afternoon, if you're really slow, now this is for the really slow people, if you were really slow, then half an afternoon you can get this all done. You don't even need to have an hour. But, I know there's some fast people amongst you that can do things very quickly, that are really technical. We have some good viewers here. So if you can also do things very quickly and very technically, then an hour is all you need to get started with this model. Find a need, create a framework, create the first message, create the platform, so the sales messages, the autoresponders, and get your first message out there. Start promoting, get some sales, put some money in the bank, and then build the second message, build the third message. And that means over a 12-week program, for example, for me, over 12 weeks, I'm now going to be creating my 12-week program. So my 12-week program is going to take 12 weeks to create, and 12 weeks to create, once a week. I'm going to do a little bit of work. It means I'm spreading my work throughout, and it means at the same time as creating the product, I'm also generating sales. Now, how's that for creating an info product in 60 minutes, right? Pretty impressive. Again, let me recap the steps. Find your niche market, then narrow down your need that you need to serve, so mine is how to get more gigs. Then create a framework for the lessons that are the steps that are involved in making that happen. Then write up the first message. As soon as you've written up the first message, then go through and create your autoresponders. So use Aweber or MailChimp or any of them to create your autoresponders. Create a PayPal button, write your sales message, get your designer to put it all together for you, and then start marketing. The other question that's related to this is how much will you charge? Right? How much will you charge for these lessons? Well, what I would do is charge on a monthly basis as opposed to a weekly basis, because people are more inclined to pay on a monthly basis than a weekly. And if they see, charges coming out their account every week, they're probably going to have to think twice or 4 times really about it in a month. So maybe charge monthly. And for these kind of programs, I've charged anywhere between $17 a month to $97 a month. It really depends what market you're in. If you're in a market that's highly lucrative, people have a lot of money to spend, then you charge higher based on what's similar in that marketplace. But in the musicians marketplace, for something very similar, I've charged around $17 or $27 or $37 a month for this. And they pay automatically via PayPal. I deliver the lessons automatically. All I've got to do is focus on marketing and creating the messages. And when I've finished creating the messages, that job is also out of the way, and all I've got to do is focus on the marketing. So there you have it, creating an info product in 60 minutes. I hope you found that really useful. Take these ideas, rewatch the video, because obviously I speak very fast as you're used to right now. Rewatch the videos, make some notes, leave a comment below if you have questions specifically to how this would work. So if you have questions regarding this business model itself, or how you can do extra different things with it, how you can expand it, or anything, any kind of question relating to this, ask it below and I'll answer it for you, alright? So press the Facebook button, press the tweet button, share this video. It's really a wonderful concept that you could share with your friends. They could all be doing it in different markets as well. we can add value to a huge number of people. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you for the next episode next week.